JoziMyBeginning is a competition that inspires communities to find solutions for their daily problems. Our show keeps you informed about the exciting CIF competition, our finalists and their progress. This is the JoziMyBeginning show. This week on our show, we check out some street art along Marlborough Drive in Sandton. We receive expert training from Inquisition. We profile CIF finalist Siviwe Kaba, and we speak to Jonathan Chox from Chox Auto Salvage in the big interview. Sambonani Gini nonke Makaya, and welcome to JoziMyBeginning. My name is Nzigi, and for the next half hour, you and I will journey through the world of entrepreneurship and innovation. Before we go any further, do follow us on social media. On Facebook, it's JoziMyBeginning, and on Twitter, at JoziMyBeginning. We look forward to connecting with you during and after the show. South Africa has a high youth population and faces high rates of unemployment. We track bright entrepreneurs as they play their part in putting their creativity to work.
This is Marlborough Road. It's a huge road that leads you to all intersections, to Pretoria, to the airport, to everywhere. So we're trying to brighten up this road as much as we can with more bright colors as we can, as we are the Rainbow Nation, and put something that will put vibrance on the road. The Arts and Culture Department put funds for street furniture that we're installing here. With all these tires that we're trying to do, they basically symbolize, most of them, public holidays, what we celebrate as a nation, cultures, tradition. This is what the tires sculptures are made to celebrate, as they are public installations. They funded me to make like 15 medium tires, but then my thought was, if I make medium tires, it's not gonna be cool for a big road like Marlborough, you know. So I decided I'm gonna make above what they ordered, just to keep the reputation of the installation. As cooperative now, as a growing organization, that we're willing to even include a lot of employment with local communities and get them to do more with the street furniture and get it to employ a lot of people, get to use and recycle and reuse tires and in a better manner. We're trying to grow this product to be something else that can expand and spread this across the city. We're willing to spread this even across the province, across other provinces, and spread it to different countries, and maybe find a way to better recycle it and store the culture of having this skill distributed to people, so that ultimately people can make these themselves. Let it not only happen for us, the underprivileged communities, let it happen to all the talented communities, so that talent won't be preserved or be seen from whether you are rich or poor. It should be seen on a level of skill practice. I would like to send thanks to people that have made this possible for me. South African Department of Arts and Culture, you know, they've helped a lot approving this idea and making it better and knowledgeable for us to preserve our ozone layer the best way we can and reduce our carbon footprint.
It was Thomas Edison who said, to invent, you need a good imagination and a pile of junk. It's interesting the things you can create just by recycling tires. For more of our videos, log on to our website, www.jozimybeginning.co.za. You'll find more stories that will inspire your entrepreneurial spirit and help you grow your next business venture. Next, Brandon has more helpful information in our hints and tips.
You may or may not agree with me, but without an online presence, realistically your business has no presence whatsoever. So I found these tips by 12 Skip on how to market your business online and potentially double your sales. First up, build an attractive website. Your website serves as the first impression and can either attract your ideal audience or alternatively turn them away. It should be easy to navigate, promote a call to action, have a strong landing page, be accessible via mobile, and use attractive images. Secondly, work on your SEO. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization and is a process of getting website visits directed from your search engines. In order to improve your SEO, You need to constantly create quality content that is relevant to your industry. In short, you need to ensure that your website answers what your people are searching for. Thirdly, and you probably saw this one coming, build a strong social media presence. Create a social media strategy and prioritize 3 platforms and work from there. It's all trial and error, so test for what works and for what doesn't. The idea is to share useful or entertaining content, getting people to share your content, use visuals, join Twitter chats and Facebook groups, and more importantly, be human. Lastly, create video content. People love videos, it's a fact. People would much rather watch something than what they would read it. And with your unique personality, you have nothing to lose. Keep them short and to the point, add some personality, and you have an excellent marketing tool. So to summarize, build an attractive website, work on your SEO, build a strong social media presence, and create video content. That's all from me, so be sure to engage with us on social media. On Facebook, it's JoziMyBeginning, and on Twitter, @JoziMyBeginning. We look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, keep focused.
Our go-to guy Brandon has provided us with a number of resources available on our social media platforms to help keep you informed. Some of our great resources include casual chats on improving your business. I recently joined Bruno to discuss ideation on talking with tutors.
Hey, this is Talking with Tutors, and today I'm talking to Ntiki.
Hey Puna, how are you?
Good, and you, girl?
I'm good, thanks.
So we're talking about concepts of entrepreneurship, and there's a concept, ideation. What is it?
Ideation is really just the combination between idea and create. So it's a creative process of coming up with an idea, really. So like, think of awesome creative stuff and ideas for what you want to create.
Sure. And brainstorming is part of this process, I assume. And what is brainstorming?
Brainstorming is a lot of fun. So literally sitting down with your friends or your business partners or people that can give you good feedback. You grab a sheet of paper, you grab a board, and you just start writing down anything that comes to your mind around your product, your service, what you want to produce, the business you want to create, and you start brainstorming on how you can make it happen.
And I want to make, when I brainstorm my business idea, I want to make sure that I'm doing it right, so to speak, or that I'm productive, right?
Yeah.
So are there any guidelines that I can stick by?
Well, like literally, it's not a complicated process because we're all creative. I mean, we all have ideas. A lot of the times we have ideas when we're not thinking about it.
Yeah.
So when you go into a brainstorming session with your team, literally write down everything that comes to mind, no matter how silly it is, right? And even write down the smallest of stuff, because when you write it down, it leads to something else. And all of a sudden you think, I can only come up with one stuff. And then at the end of the session, you have a million things that you can actually refer back to. And also think just like be calm about it. There's no pressure. It's a safe space. And don't criticize. If somebody puts something in there that you didn't think about before or that makes everybody else uncomfortable, it's okay. Take it as it is and you'll come back to it later and criticize, but the process just needs to flow.
Sure. I'm a very creative person, so I like this a lot, but not everybody's creative. So are there any methods you can give to that person who's struggling with this a bit?
Yeah, I think creativity is not like difficult. We do this all the time. So when you're walking around, a picture will inspire you, a word or a song will inspire you. So there's 4 different methods you can use, right? There's the picture method, the thought method. It's not a thought method. There's a picture method, there's a word method, and there's putting yourself in someone else's shoes and an abstract thought. So with the picture method, you literally just find a picture that might represent your business, what you want your service to look like, your product. It speaks to something about your business and you connect it back to that. A word works the same way, just one word, a number of words, and you can just point them back to different things about your business. Maybe like the personality that you want your business to have. Somebody else's shoes is, if I had to put myself in Puno's shoes and look at the same problem or the same business, would I come up with the same solutions? And I think a lot of times people get like, this is how I need to do this, this is how it's going to work. But when I look at it from your angle, I see a lot of other things that I may have not considered before that. And an abstract thought is really like the most random thing that can come into your mind that at first might not even seem like it has anything to do with your business. And just looking at it from a different angle and seeing if you can bring it back to what it originally was.
Sure.
Then I think that gives you a pretty good indication that you're on the right track.
Oh, definitely. And now, once going through this brainstorming process and we have an idea, what can I do to make sure that my idea is actually a good one?
Right, because we all think our ideas are amazing, but the easiest thing to do is really just test it. Go out there, throw it out at people, and see what people have to say. Ask your people that would use your business, your product, your service, if they like it. Like, is this a great product to you? And they can give you some feedback, and you can take that feedback and work on it. Or you can literally just prototype, which I think we'll get to in other sessions, put something out on the market and see what the feedback is. And from that, you will know if your idea or the problem you're trying to solve and how you want to solve it actually works.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Ntiki.
Thanks, Muna.
Hope you enjoyed that session and I hope you learned a lot. That's all from Talking with Tutors.
Still to come, we receive expert training and advice from Charlotte of Inquisition. Bruno chats to Jonathan Chox in the big interview, and we see how Siviwe Kaba has invented a better way of building roads. We have more to come on JoziMyBeginning, so don't go away. Welcome back to your favorite entrepreneurial show, JoziMyBeginning. If you go to our website, jozimybeginning.co.za, you'll find more informative resources about matters in and around the city of Joburg. We have heard it said, if you give a man a fish, he will eat. But if you teach him how to fish, he will never go hungry. Now, while we're not going fishing, we do need to learn how to build a sustainable business. Up next, we speak to Charlotte from Inquisition to help us better understand the tricks of the entrepreneurial trade.
Hi there. In this short video, we're going to introduce you to the design process as a way of problem solving. What do we mean by design? Some people hear design and think of graphics and logos, or think of design as simply enhancing a product or service. We believe that good designers create products, services, and experiences that leave a lasting positive impact on the communities that they're trying to serve. These kinds of designers follow the design process and use design thinking. The design process is developed and followed by such international design companies as IDEO and Frog, as well as the Stanford D School, among many others. This process is more a collection of tools, methods, and frameworks than a linear series of steps to follow. There are many versions of the design process out there, but we at Inquisition use this process. By ensuring that they've touched upon each of these phases, designers are able to develop products, services, and experiences that serve genuine human needs or fulfill people's wants. Let's talk through this design process. Establish. We'll take time to find the right teammates, people in our company, community, corporations, and nonprofits, among others. We'll also make sure we clearly define our problem and set achievable goals that will unite our process. Explore. We'll spend some time researching. It's important that we go out into the community and explore what their needs are. We'll synthesize our research and create a guiding how might we question inspired by it. For example, how might we improve transportation for low-income residents? And begin ideating around that question. Express. Once we've brainstormed a large quantity of ideas, we'll begin refining them as a team. Once we have an idea that the whole team feels passionate about, and that we feel will genuinely address our target audience's problem, we can create a prototype, or semi-finalized version of our idea, to test with our audience. Evaluate. Testing our prototype, or our idea made tangible, with our audience will give us important insights. We can find out what they like about it, what issues we should fix, or what things we didn't think of including in our product. Evolve. We continue this user testing feedback cycle once the product has launched, always listening to what our customers are saying and improving the product based on their feedback. For more information on the design process, be sure to visit our website where you can find more resources. Thanks for watching.
You can access more of our training videos on jozimybeginning.co.za. The journey of an entrepreneur is enriched through learning and experience. Does improved compacting polymer process mean anything to you? What if I told you these are the components to a better way of building roads? In our CIF profile, we see how Siviwe Kaba managed to do this through his business idea.
In the year 2013, me and my younger brother decided to register a company that will focus on development. And this company was formed in a form of a PTY. And in our team, we're a team of about 8 people that are very much interested in community development and also finding innovative ways of doing business in the country. Now, the formulation of this structure called Kabalifa was on the basis that we want to make our own little contribution as young people of the country, because we believe that we have a role to play as young people of South Africa, but also as young people who are coming from the township, because for us, the establishment of companies is not only for the elites, but it also speaks to us as young people doing our bit to help the government, because responsibility it's a two-way. It is a responsibility of a government to build and come up with solutions to a community, but also as community members. So hence the formation of Kabalifa as a company that would be a vehicle to solve some of our problems in the community, like the one we're bringing now into road construction, wherein we'll be bringing in this technology which is referred to as polymer. Now, with polymer, we are sure that it will solve and it will address some of the challenges we continue to confront and find ourselves in as townships, but as well as the country at large. Because of the expertise and the technical know-how, we actually partnered with one of our partners who actually helps us to develop the entire process in terms of from the design perspective right through to the construction of the road.
The conventional way of building roads has not changed for the past 100 years. Everything is still based on the old McAdam methods, where they have this layered approach. They bring in aggregate from quarries, and then they finally stabilize with cement, they bring in a crusher run and then seal it with an asphalt seal. What we are saying is those are very good constructed roads. However, times have changed. We are now using technology to eliminate many of those layers and to give us a road that's got a flexibility, a road that is long lasting and that is a lot more cost effective. The oldest road that we have stabilized in Johannesburg is now 18 years in 2016. The road was recently resurfaced with a 25mm asphalt seal, but the wear and tear over the past 17 years has actually been minimal.
Our target market, it is the private developers, but also government agencies, your state-owned enterprises, wherein they are entrusted with building infrastructure in relation to roads construction, that is where we actually want to take this product to. Some of the benefits of this technology: one, it is the employment for the locals, but two, it is our ability to transfer skills to our community members, especially the youth, because they are the future of our community and townships. But also, one of the things that we see as a benefit, it is the longevity of these materials that will be applied in that road construction, because the longer it stays, the better, because now our government will not be compelled to spend. So meaning that while we are saving in terms of when we erect the road, but also in terms of the longevity and the guarantees related to road construction, they will be covered, because now what you will do, you will not be spending after 3-4 years. You will actually be spending after 10 years, where you start to look at that road in terms of maybe the minimal damages that would be there.
Our smart materials consist of multiple different monomers that we actually mix into a polymer. Then we add cross-linking polymers to actually give us better binding on the different soil types for road construction, stabilization of the base layer, as well as wearing course layers that are cost effective with high performance properties.
What sparked Kabalifa to actually bring about this idea, as you can see behind me, One of the problems that we have in the communities is lack of development, road construction specifically in this context. And part of our problem is, as you can see, it is the soloration, wherein our roads are not properly structured. And in and around this township of ours, 80% it's not tarred, and which is where the issue, and as Kabalifa we wanted to sort of bring in this much needed response to the current climate of development in our community.
Sometimes success begins in the humblest of places. On today's installment of The Big Interview, we speak to Jonathan, who won the Township Entrepreneur of the Year award with his business, Choks Auto Salvage.
Hello and welcome to The Big Interview. Joining me in studio today, we have an entrepreneur whose business, Choks Auto Salvage, was one of the winners in the Township Entrepreneur Award in the category of transport and components. We have Mbuyiselo Ngwenya. Welcome to the show, Mbuyiselo.
Thank you.
Mbuyiselo, please tell us, what is your business? What is Choks Auto Salvage?
Choks Auto Salvage is an automotive business. We're dealing in spares, we're making things that people think on work. The salvaged cars work. Sure. We rebuild cars and we service cars. We're planning to do the panel beating and windows, everything.
And what area of Joburg are you guys in?
We actually in the township Vosloorus. We've got another branch in Sprayview. We just opened another one in town in Blackburn.
Sure. Yeah. So you've got various branches then.
Yes, it's, there's too many cars, so we've separated them. Like one is pure BMW, Mercedes, the other one is Toyotas, Nissans, the other one is all the French cars.
Please tell us, what's the one big lesson that you've learned as an entrepreneur?
Firstly, it's not easy, but it works. The challenges you get, you have to be in your business all the time to check all the problems when you have returns, to take care of your customers, spend more time in your business so you know exactly what's going on, especially with mine. Mine is very challenging, very challenging. There's a lot of things we sell. You sell from your smallest rubber to your engine, to your door, to your window, your windscreen. So it's very difficult. There's lots of cars, and you must know each and every part from all the cars you have. Like my yard now has got over 300 cars, and I must know all the parts from those cars. Yeah. So it's a very difficult business, but it is working. Sure. And I do help a lot of guys from the cars, and this is one business that would bring anybody in the country to the place where it is. Sure. I sell my parts to people from Cape Town, people, even Zambia, Zimbabwe, the whole of Africa. I supply my spares because the agents are very expensive, and if people are looking for things like gearboxes and engines, they will never even touch the agents. Yeah. They will, only a few, the rich ones, but most people, they're like your normal working class, they would never step into an agent looking for an engine. So those are the kind of things that I sell, and it's never easy because sometimes they look at me as a black guy, and they would think maybe some of the things are dodgy, but I'm a very straight person. Sure. My business is really crime-free. I don't mess up. I will, and I promise not to. And I'm advising other guys that are willing to start the business not to even try, because you end up losing whatever is good. This is a very good business. The business I'm running is a good business. Sure. It's not even seasonal, especially with times like this. There's people don't have money, but they will still come to you and buy. Yeah. because they need the cars to go. You know, transport is very important in this country.
Definitely.
So they still come to you and buy whatever because you're saving them a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like I said, with the engines and all the car parts, it's easier to come to us and buy from us because we cheap, or sometimes even half the price of the agents.
Yes, yes,
and you still get your genuine part.
All right. Thank you so much, Mbuyiselo. Thank you for sharing the story about your business, and well done on your award.
Oh, thank you very much. You know, it's so nice to be recognized. I never thought I was going to be recognized. Well, I've done a lot of things for my Kasi and other people around me. And I'm thanking the government to recognize the good thing that I'm doing.
No, definitely. Yeah. Well done, well done. Well, that's all from me, Puna Sidisho, and our guest Mbuyiselo Ngwenya on The Big Interview.
Next week, we continue tracking our JMB finalists. We learn more about the makings of a successful business and catch up with another budding entrepreneur on The Big Interview. Before I go, don't forget to share your thoughts with us on social media. That's all from the JMB team and me, Mpigi Mkhize. Cheers.